Hello, dear children, and my dear teachers. Please think and reflect. What is the main difference between plant and animal cell? Some organelles present in plant cell which do not present in animal cell. For example, cell wall is present only in plant cell but not in animal cell. That is the main difference. And also chloroplast, large sized vacuole present in plant cell, whereas whereas in animal cells those are absent. But especially in animal cells, centrioles we observed, but in plant cells, centrioles observed at the time of cell division only. Those are the main differences between plant and animal cell. Then what is the function of plasma membrane? Plasma membrane allows only the useful material into the cell. That is the main function of it. So that is why it is called as semi-permeable membrane. How can you say that plant cells are stronger than animal cells? Yes, plant cells are stronger than animal cells because they have the cell wall over the cell membrane. That cell membrane has a rigid structure which helps in plant cells to be stronger. Okay. Then what is the important organelle in a cell? Important organelle in a cell is nucleus. Okay, children. Today we are going to learn about nucleus. Because of nucleus, we are having different types of characters which are unique to us only. Why? Nucleus has a genetic material in it. Because of that genetic material, we are showing a different specific characters of our own. Okay. Now, have you ever seen the nucleus present in animal cells? No. Let us observe the nucleus in human cheek cells through this lab activity. This lab activity is performed by my students in my school. They are going to observe the nucleus in human cheek cells. The materials required for this lab activity: methylene blue, watch glass with water, toothpicks, glass cover slips, glass slide, white paper or blotting paper, compound microscope. Now first what we have to do, we have to scrub the inner lining of our cheek like this, what my student is doing. Before going to do this, we have to wash our mouth properly. Then after that we have to do like this. Scrub the inner lining very carefully, otherwise you may get injured. Tap like that and you will find some sample of cells on the slide. Now add 1 or 2 drops of methylene blue to the cheek cells sample. Yeah, 1 drop is enough. Add 1 drop of water also. Remove excess water and that methylene blue and place a cover slip over the cheek cell sample. And again do remove the excess water on the slide. Now it is ready to observe under microscope. Let us see how our cheek cells will be. Yeah, this is in low magnification, this is in high magnification. Yeah, these are the cells of our cheek. See, the prominent blue dot inside the cell is nucleus. That is nucleus. We can observe here again carefully. This is nucleus. Okay. These are the cheek cells, children. Okay, children. How to write the lab record? We did one lab activity. Then how to write it? What we have to do? First, write aim to observe the nucleus in cheek cells. What we have seen here, nucleus in cheek cells. What are the materials required? A toothpick, glass slide, cover slip, watch glass, needle, blotting paper or white paper. They used white paper actually. 1% methylene blue, normal saline, glycerin, microscope, etc. These are the materials required. And the procedure, what we followed to make the slide: wash your mouth and scrape the little of the internal lining of your cheek inside your mouth with a toothpick. If you have spatula, you can use it, or ice cream spoon also. Place the scrap material, which you scraped the material, that one, keep it in a watch glass, directly place it on the glass slide. They placed on the glass side directly. Put a drop of methylene blue and wait for a couple of minutes, and put a drop of glycerin over it if you want, and place a cover slip and chap the cover slip with the blunt end of needle if you want to do it, so as to spread the cells. Wipe the extra stain or water with a blotting paper or white paper. Then what are the precautions to be followed in this lab activity? Do not scrape the cheek too hard, as it may injure your buccal mucosa. Buccal means mouth cavity. Buccal mucosa. Scraped material should be spread uniformly on the slide. Excess stain should be drained off. We have to remove the excess stain. There should be no air bubbles under cover slip. If air bubbles are there under cover slip, we can't able to see the cells clearly under microscope. Okay children, is it clear? Then first we wrote aim, next material. After that procedure, we have to write precautions later. Now we have to write the observation. In the what we have to write here, what we have observed under microscope. Observe the slide under low and high power of microscope. I showed you in the video. The children observed under high. This is low magnification. Okay, and this is high magnification. If they observed with the 100x lens, the cells will be looks like this. Okay, so low and high power of microscope. Draw your observations in your notebook. What is the shape of cells that you have observed? What is the shape here? Are these cell structures similar to the structure in onion peel cells? In the previous class, we have seen how to observe onion peel cells, and we observed the onion peel cells. Are these cells similar? Onion peel cells and cheek cells are similar? No, they are not similar in structure. Are there any dark colored spherical or oval dot like structure near the center of the cell? Are you observing that oval dot? Yes, the blue dot we are observing in the center of the cell. That is nucleus. What happens in onion cells is always nucleus is always in the center, or sometimes near to the cell wall, cell membrane, and sometimes it is near to the front side of the cell or back side of the cell, like that. But in animal cells, nucleus, especially in cheek cells, nucleus is in the center of the cell. This is the observation. We have to draw the diagram here which we have observed. And finally, you have already studied about this dark colored dot in cells. That is nucleus. So in result, what we have to write? We observed the nucleus in the cheek cells of human. Okay children, now I want to show you the nucleus 3D of nucleus with the help of this video. Observe this video carefully. These are the animal cells, especially human cells. Inside the human cell, the blue big ball is nucleus. Inside the nucleus, you will find a small spherical ball that is called nucleolus. There is a fluid inside the nucleus. That fluid is called nucleoplasm. Okay children, this is the nucleus. The bigger one is the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, there is another one small spherical structure, that is nucleolus. Okay, inside this nucleolus, we will find the genetic material. Then who first discovered this nucleus? Then who told about this nucleus first to us? He is the person. Who is he? Who named the nucleus? Robert Brown. It was named by Robert Brown in the year 1831. He had no idea about its functions. Actually, he find nucleus in different kinds of cells, but he don't know the function of this nucleus particularly. This is one of the most important organelles of a cell, he told that. And it is also known as the cell's control room. That means the nucleus controls all other functions of the nucleus. Okay, children. Then now we will move on to the parts of nucleus. What are the parts present in nucleus? Observe it carefully. This is completely nucleus. This is not cell, children. This is nucleus. This is inside the cell. This is the most important organelle of the cell. And the thread-like structures you are observing are called genetic material. Okay, children. Yellow color surrounding membrane is called nuclear membrane. The jelly-like fluid which is present inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. In the blue dot, you are observing that nucleolus. What is that? Nucleolus. And this nuclear membrane has some gaps. You are observing some gaps in nuclear membrane. That gaps openings are called nuclear pores. Okay, children. These are the parts of the nucleus: genetic material, nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, nucleolus, and nucleopore. Okay, children. And what are the functions of this nucleus? What is the use of this nucleus? This is one of the most important organelle, as we have seen earlier. It is the largest and most distinct part of all cell organelles. Almost all cell organelles, especially in plants and animals, almost all cells contains this nucleus, except a few cells. The nucleus regulates and controls all the functions of cell and determines the characteristics of the organism. Because of nucleus, we are having particular characteristics of our own, like our skin, like our voice, a voice which everybody has their own unique voice because of the genetic material we have in our cells. Okay, children. It consists of all genetic information. The nucleus is also closely involved in the process of cell division. Okay, except few, almost all eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells means plant and animal cells which have this nuclear membrane around the genetic material. Those cells are called eukaryotic cells. Have nucleus. Red blood cells in mammals. Mammals means the animals which gives milk to their young ones, breast milk to their young ones, are called mammals, like sheep, buffalo, cow, dog, cat, and like us, humans also mammals. The red blood cells of mammals do not have nucleus in them. And also, if we go to plants, and phloem sieve tubes of plants also do not have nucleus in them. Those cells also do not contain the nucleus. Actually, these cells have nucleus in the beginning, but later they are thrown out of these cells. Then why red blood cells of mammals do not have nucleus in them? Actually, red blood cells transport different types of materials which require to the cells, like oxygen, food material, different gases, like that. So that is why red blood cells to hold much food material, water, gas, so that the structure of red blood cells do not possess have the nucleus in it to carry more amounts of food materials. Okay, that is the main reason. And the membrane, nuclear membrane, especially we have to talk about the nuclear membrane. I think you all observed, the children, what is nuclear membrane. This one is the nuclear membrane. I told you the genetic material which is completely inside the nuclear membrane here. Then we will see what is the importance of nuclear membrane. Okay, the membrane that encloses the nucleus, encloses means surrounds it, circle and separates it from the content of cytoplasm, is known as the nuclear membrane. This nuclear membrane separates the genetic material with the cytoplasm and from the other organelles are present in the cytoplasm. Okay, children, and this is very similar to the cell membrane. Nuclear membrane is similar to the cell membrane. Almost the entire genetic material of the cell is found in the nucleus. Actually, all other organelles float freely in the cytoplasm, but the genetic material, especially present inside another one spherical ball-like structure, that is nucleus. Nucleus has the particular membrane around it, that is the nuclear membrane. Okay, on the basis of the presence or absence of organized nucleus. Organized means if some cells have nuclear membrane and some cells do not have nuclear membrane around the genetic material. Because of that, cells are divided, categorized into two types. First one is a prokaryotic cell without organized nucleus, and the second one is eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic means, pro means before, they do not have nuclear membrane around the genetic material. Prokaryotic means they do not have genetic material. Sorry. They do not have nuclear membrane around the genetic material. And eukaryotic means they have the nuclear membrane around the genetic material. Organized nucleus, well-developed nucleus is present in the eukaryotic cells. Let us see what are prokaryotic cells. Cells that do not have nuclear membrane bound nuclear material called prokaryotic cells. We have mentioned earlier that the bacterium is a prokaryotic cell, and also the cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, also prokaryotic cell. You are observing the bacteria here, children. Bacteria do not have nuclear membrane, but they have genetic material. That means the genetic material floats in the cytoplasm. Okay. And another one example for the prokaryotic cells is blue-green algae. This is the blue-green algae. Okay, children. And the second one is eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells that have membrane-bound nuclear material. Okay, examples are plant and animal cells. Now I want to show you the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells with the help of video. Okay, observe it carefully. What is the difference between these two cells? You are observing the cells in rat. These are the animal cells. Animal cells have cell membrane only, not the cell wall. Inside the cell, there is a fluid present, that is cytoplasm. This is the nucleus. Okay, inside nucleus DNA present. And this one, see, genetic material floating inside the cytoplasm. But here it has a particular structure. Nucleus has a particular structure and it is surrounded by a membrane. In eukaryotic, that is eukaryotic cell. Plant and animal cells are eukaryotic cells. Bacteria is the prokaryotic cell. If you observe the prokaryotic cell carefully, this is the cell membrane. Inside the cell membrane, cytoplasm present. In cytoplasm, genetic material floats like this. There is no membrane around the genetic material. There is no organized nucleus here. So that is why they are called as prokaryotic cells. Example, bacteria, blue-green algae like Nasdaq, Anabina. These are the prokaryotic cells. Okay, children, I think you all observed the difference. See, I want to show you again. Here the nucleus, genetic material present inside this part, inside this nucleus. What happened here? Genetic material is, we are observing it externally. It is not present inside any particular membrane. So that is the main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Okay, children. Let's move on to another one topic, that is cytoplasm. Where cytoplasm is located in cell? Inside cell, the fluid like the jelly and fluid substance present inside completely, they say cell completely filled with that fluid. That fluid is called cytoplasm. Inside the cell, this cytoplasm present, all other membrane bound organelles like nucleus, ribosome, cell membrane, nucleus, ribosomes, mitochondria, all other organelles float in cytoplasm. Okay. Then what is the difference between protoplasm and cytoplasm? Actually, what is protoplasm? Actually, for a long time it was believed that the presence of life was stored in this fluid found inside the cell. Hence, this they were named this as protoplasm. Protoplasm. That means life is inside this fluid present, because they called as protoplasm, the fluid which is present inside the cell. And later on, what happened? Scientists found different kinds of membrane-bound organelles which floats in the cytoplasm. Though actually those organelles performs particular functions, they have life in it. So that's why later on in later on years, scientists found that life is present inside the organelles. Organelles performs particular functions. So after the discovery of nucleus, as what the scientists do, they differentiated the protoplasm into cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Okay, then what is the difference between cytoplasm and nucleoplasm? The jelly-like fluid which is present inside the cell is called cytoplasm. And the jelly-like fluid which is present inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. Okay, children, the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm is divided by this particular membrane, that is nuclear membrane. Okay, children, that is the main difference. Actually, cytoplasm and protoplasm are same. Initially, it is treated as protoplasm, which has life. Later on, it is divided into cytoplasm and protoplasm after the discovery of nucleus. Okay, children. Then I am moving on to another one, cell organelles. Cell organelles are the little organs which present inside the cell, which floats inside in the cytoplasm, jelly-like fluid. A different cell organelles present in a cell. That one is mitochondria, plastids, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, vacuoles, and they are the important because they carry out a very crucial functions in the cells. Every organelle has their unique functions. Every organelle performs different kinds of functions. For example, if we take mitochondria, mitochondria participates in energy releasing process. In mitochondria there are some chemicals present. That chemicals helps in oxidizing. In presence of that chemical, oxygen oxidizes food and releases energy. That energy is useful for us doing all kinds of activities. So hence mitochondria are powerhouses of cell. Then when it comes to plastids, in plastids we have different kinds of plastids, especially chloroplasts helps plants in making food in photosynthesis process. Ribosomes are the organelles which helps in preparation of proteins. Endoplasmic reticulum especially makes proteins, lipids and some other materials which helps in preparation of cell membrane. Golgi apparatus actually modifies these proteins and lipids and packs these proteins and other materials into vesicles and send them to the different kinds of organelles or the required essential parts to these disposes these materials to the cell membrane or other parts which requires. And vacuoles are the storage sites in plants. Okay, these are the cell organelles in a cell. Now I want to show you the video how cell contains different kinds of organelles in them. Okay, what are organelles? Organelles are little organs, especially they are also a particular shape and every organelle has their unique function. See how the organelles are floating inside the cell in cytoplasm. This one is nucleus. Nucleus has genetic material, DNA. Because of this only we are having a particular characteristics. These are the chromatin fibers, nuclear membrane. You are observing the nuclear membrane. At the time of cell division, this chromatin becomes thicker like this. Then we call them as chromosomes. And this one is the nucleolus. You are observing the nucleolus. It produces ribosomes. They comes out of the nucleus like this. The yellow color balls you are observing here are called ribosomes. These ribosomes are attached to these membrane bound structures called endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and this jelly like fluid is called a cytoplasm, which is inside cell. You are observing different fibers and some other organelles also. And these yellow color balls are attached to endoplasmic reticulum. That endoplasmic reticulum is called rough endoplasmic reticulum, RER. And some endoplasmic reticulum do not contains that one, so those are called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. What endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum do? They makes proteins like this. That proteins are packed into vesicles. That vesicles are transported to the Golgi body like this. Golgi body or Golgi apparatus. What happens in Golgi body? They are modified some little that means that proteins are attached with the lipids or some other sugars, and they form some other materials which are required for cells to repair cell membranes or repairing cell some other functions. Okay, and now you are observing the vacuole. Plant cell has a larger vacuole and the animal cell has a small vacuole. See the white balls inside the animal cell. Okay, large central vacuole present in plant cell that helps in storage for plant. And these are the lysosome present inside the animal cell. What they do? They simply engulf harmful materials, waste materials, which is present inside cell, which cell don't want. Those are digested in this lysosomes. And now you are observing mitochondrion. Mitochondrion is singular. Mitochondria plural. Inside mitochondria, I told you food is oxidized and mitochondria releases energy like this. That energy is used by the organisms for doing different activities. Inside the mitochondria, respiration occurs, so that is why it is called cellular respiration. If you observe the cytoplasm clearly, there is fiber-like structures present. Those are called microfilaments and microtubules. These cytoskeleton gives a support and particular structure to the cells. Especially in plant cells, there is another one organelle present. I think you are all know. I think can you guess? Yeah, that is oval or discoid shaped organelle, chloroplast. Because of this only plants are performing the photosynthesis, they are producing the food, which are not able to do by the animals. And another one interesting thing, you are observing the cell wall in plant cells but not in animal cells. There is a cell wall over the cell membrane in plant cells. Animal cells contains only cell membrane. That is also the main difference. Chloroplast and cell wall present in plant cells only. Okay children, these are the different kinds of organelles present in cells. And now I am moving on to the summary. What we have seen up to yet: important organelle of a cell, that is nucleus, and functions of nucleus, cytoplasm, nucleoplasm, organelles of a cell. We have seen these concepts now. And children, write the answers for these questions. What happens if nucleus is removed from a cell? Draw a neat labeled diagram of nucleus. Write the materials used and and the procedure to be followed to observe nucleus of chick cells. What are the organelles present in a cell? What is the difference between protoplasm and cytoplasm? Write the differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Write the answers for these questions and send those answers to your teachers. Don't forget this, okay? And now I want to show you some multiple choice questions which are very helpful in competitive exams and also in summative assessment. You will see. On what basis, the question is, On what basis below organisms are grouped here? Here group A organisms, group B organisms you are observing. In group A, bacteria and blue-green algae present. In group B, plant cell and animal cell present. How they are divided here? On what basis they are divided? Option A, genetic material. Option B, nuclear membrane. Option C, nucleus or cytoplasm. Option D, cytoplasm. Which is correct? On what basis they are divided here? Nuclear membrane. Group A cells do not have nuclear membrane. Group B cells have a particular nuclear membrane. Okay. And next question is, which of the following is incorrect about prokaryotic cell? Prokaryotic cell, which is not correct, here asking. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent. Yes, correct. Nuclear membrane present around the genetic material. No. Cyanobacteria is a prokaryotic cell, correct. Membrane less ribosomes are present. That is also correct. So the answer is B. Nuclear membrane present around the genetic material is not correct according to on behalf of prokaryotic cells. Actually, prokaryotic cells do not have nuclear membrane. Okay, that is the correct answer here. And next question, identify the incorrect statement about nucleus. Nucleus regulates and controls all functions of cell. That is correct. So A is right. Nucleus is absent in the mature RBC of all mammals except camel and llama. So this one is also correct. Nucleus do not play a crucial role in cell division. Is this correct? No, this is not correct. Robert Brown first identified nucleus. This is correct. So what is the correct answer? C is the correct answer. And next question, which of the following cells do not have nucleus in it? Mature sieve tube cells, WBC of human, RBC of rabbit, leaf cells of jasmine. Which is correct? A. Mature sieve tube cells do not have nucleus, but all other have nucleus in them. Okay children, thanks for watching, and I will meet you again with another topic. Until then, bye.